We have the red man of the West player ROTWK versus the blue Alvin player Maru on the other side. On the beautiful map Westfold. Where was Gondor when Westfold fell? Let's hope that Westfold is not gonna fall tonight. 2 Malone trees coming up for elves. And we have a farm into a offensive barracks coming up for men. So ROTWK wanna play a bit more aggressively, which kinda makes sense. I mean, to be honest with you, the man faction seems to be in a very strong place in the version 8.5 and also in this beta. They actually got plenty of buffs. And we finally see also more hero action, especially those expensive heroes like Gandalf, for example, can be very nice in the situation. And also Boromir got a complete rework in this patch. So basically, Boromir's Horn of Gondor isn't able to stun the enemy units anymore. It will be a debuff, an active debuff, and also nullifying enemy leadership bonuses, which can eventually turn the fights in your favor. Even though missing the stun is kind of like a bad thing in my opinion, because the stun was important in the big fights, so you can stun them and then you can land your long shots from your rangers and your arrow volley on them. But now the stun is removed, so the only possible way you can stun the enemy units now is to actually get the Cloud Break from your spellbook. The builder wasn't able to see this, unfortunately. We will have a Lorien Warrior opening. I'm pretty certain that Lorien Warriors are actually as strong as the soldiers, but remember the soldiers are able to use the shield wall formation for more armor. I wanna see this actually. Will there be a BFME 1 tournament? Definitely. The problem is the time, you know. The time is very tight right now, and I cannot tell when it's gonna be happening, because tournaments are actually quite time consuming to be around when the people are around, to get the games done quickly so we can advance in the tournament very fast. And the ideal point of the tournament is actually around the weekends. War der Urlaub? Urlaub war schön, dankeschön. Gene Hero. I mean, Urlaub, the vacation was okay. It was not the greatest vacation of all time, because we had a lot of stuff to do, you know. With like a construction going on in Turkey right now. We were quite busy every day, so there was not enough time for resting. We went to like 2 times to swimming pools, and that was pretty much it. Maru is stream sniping. I hope not. So the soldiers couldn't do anything against the Lorien Warriors, and I believe this one is gonna be also defended. I mean, this is a good move because it keeps the pressure up all the time. As the soldiers don't have to walk from this location, they can just go from this location, and for that reason Maru has to find a way to deal with that very soon. This Malone tree is gonna be taken down, soldiers getting full experience, almost a full level. Did you visit your family? Yeah, my family, yeah, but most of the time my wife's family. Because from my wife, the mother, the sister, the nephews, everybody is living in Turkey, and obviously she can't see them for like a year, and she's missing them, so she wanna be with them all the time, which I can understand, because that's the only period of time in the year in which she can see her family. So, you know, like the vacation for me has been
I will represent the men of
always
Gondor.
Visiting family members. Beautiful trample that was needed. Now the man of the West player has to recruit some pikemen. The problem is May went for oh, never mind, he's already preparing for the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is to lose this. Beautiful trample. The pikemen, they will be definitely useful, but keep in mind that they will get smashed by the Lorien Warriors, you know? They don't stand a chance. Great defense, should be able to defend this no problemo. I see every night about 10 to 12 players playing BFME 1 2.22. It's very cool how your Discord makes it possible for people to play with others and have fun. I'm also actually seeing a little bit more activity nowadays in the 2.22 department. Konuya Fransızım. Hoş geldin, sefalar getirdin kardeşim. Thanks for the follow. Okay. So he's not gonna creep this actually, he's gonna bail. And we have now 2 production buildings into the 3rd production building. Can you delete the stream? I could. Even though I'm not a big fan of that. There's automatically a delay in the stream about 5 to 10 seconds without me doing anything. And I don't like the idea of a delayed live stream. Because for me, live stream means you are live without delay, you know? But maybe if more of you guys want to do that, we can do that. Rallying call has been used from Maru. This army is looking pretty strong. Archers with rallying call, they should be strong enough. The pikemen are getting crushed. In the meantime, the harass man is going wrong way. Bad trample, big punishment. I mean, for me, if you would ask me what is the best unit in the game, I would always say pikemen. Pikemen, they seem to be so good, you know, because the way the pikemen in BFME 1 work, they have the revenge damage only when they are in the porcupine formation. So the player has to pay attention and has to put them in the porcupine formation just in time to get the revenge damage to one-shot the pikemen, the horses I mean. But in this game you don't have to use the formation at all. If a horse running into your units, even when you are not using the formation, they still get crushed, you know, big time. Uh oh, be careful, he's gonna be getting away. After the first couple of minutes into the game, we have 450 command points available for elves and 450 command points available for men. So it's pretty evenish, no heroes on the field yet. When you go for the horses, Eoma would be definitely a great investment, because Eoma is a money maker. He can grant you a lot of money, he has leadership from the level 1, you know, pretty cost efficient hero. He costs you only 900 if you go for the banner on the fortress. Or Theoden could be also nice, because Theoden's leadership work on both cavalry and also infantry. Good creep is going to be secured by Measure of X. And for the Elven faction, it has to be definitely Haldir. I believe the Haldir is going to be one of the most impactful heroes in the early game for any faction. Has leadership, has good DPS, can fight with sword and bow, and has the global stand with the golden arrow. Okay, the statue is coming up for leadership. Lots of Lorien warriors, but barely any pikemen. The Golden Knights, they are running for their lives. They should be getting in safety, no problemo. In the meantime, Measure of X is even creeping more and more, which will give him, of course, more and more power points. So he has almost 9 power points in the bank. Remember, he didn't go for heal, unlike Maru. So with 10 power points, he will definitely be able to get to Lone Tower. And Lone Tower is actually very effective against the Elven faction. Even though this Elven player is recruiting a lot of melee units, but still, you know, you put ranges inside of it and it will hit like a truck. It's very hard for them to contest that. And if you want to play against Measure of X effectively, the one thing this player hates the most are towers. So if you want to build some towers, it's very effective against them. A lot of creeping is going on. This one might be contested actually. Hey Son Goku, welcome. In BFME 1, fire arrows are the answer to any unit in my opinion. Yeah, fire arrows are quite strong. But the thing is, every faction has access to it, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. The pikemen here, they are so good. They can bully buildings, they can crush heroes, even when they are not mounted. They have like so many opportunities. Do the mirrors stack? Yeah, they stack. In this game, they stack because the healing progressing of one well is very slow. That's why you will see them building 2 or even 3 at some point to speed up the healing progress, you know? In BFME 1 you don't have to do that because the well is literally healing you insanely fast, you know? But in this game it's not the case. Okay, 9 power points in the bank. After a link call, 650 command points versus 560 command points. His command points capped, he cannot recruit any more units at this point. Creeping. I mean, when you're not able to recruit any more units, it's not the end of the world because you will automatically, unwillingly start saving money. And this money can be invested into some heroes. He went for the level 2 barracks for the Mirkwoods and going for level 3 now. Okay, I mean, forget what I just said. He doesn't want to recruit heroes because he will be recruiting the mini heroes, the Nolda warriors. And Nolda warriors, being the best archer in the game, have Silverton arrows right off the bat and are quite tanky too. They can even bully horses, no problemo. The Malon tree has been taken down. This farm is going to be also taken down. There is no way he can save that. No level 2 archer range yet. He's going for barracks, but trust me on that one, this is going to be pointless. Because the Noldom is going to smash your soldiers and your Rohan Spearman in no time. I mean, he has so much money now. 2000 plus. Tower in the middle of the map with archer inside, statue behind. So the statue is also buffing the units inside the tower. And it's gonna be a nightmare situation. The first hero of the game is going to be Boromir. What is this? Huh? Shanks, what about the face cam? I'm shy, dude. Look, I don't know. I can open the webcam, but for me, I feel uncomfortable. Because my room here is too dark, you know, and in order to make the face cam look good, I need to turn on all the lights in this room. I'm in the basement floor. With like, there is no window in this room, by the way. So I have like 3 lights, I need to put them all. They will all shine on my face, and I need to sit straight. So right now, I'm just chilling, you know, I just put my legs on the table, you know, putting the microphone next to my mouth. I'm just chilling in the dark, having just the game in front of my face. It's very comfortable for me. Rallying call has been used, Boromir getting experience. Yeah, I might play BFME 1 later tonight, yeah. The Malon tree is going to be given up. In the meantime, there is some counter attack going on. But let's be honest, the only effective way the Alban faction can deal economical and structural damage to any faction is going to be through ends. So at some point of the game, look at this damage against even Boromir from one single battalion. Don't run into them! They are so important, they are so expensive, you don't want to lose them like that. Maru is not paying attention at all. Like, these units, they give so many power points too. And ROTWK went for the Lone Tower. He has actually lots of money. He might go for Gandalf, but he has no banner on the fortress, so the Gandalf is going to cost you 3,500 now. Beautiful trample, no pikemen, no problem. Boromir might be in trouble too. He has this debuff, but again, he cannot stun them anymore. The Noldo from downtown is smashing everything. Double well for the insane degeneration speed. And Boromir now is left alone. There is no backup for Boromir, and the Lancers can run him down. This is a new ability, by the way, from Boromir. They've added this. Last Stand. But it's gonna be taken down now. We can do the webcam stream and we do anything else beside commentary, you know what I mean? Like, for example, some reviews and stuff like this. I had actually lots of plans for my channel on Twitch and YouTube.
I will represent the men of Gondor.
But because of the time being right now really tight, I had to delay it. But delaying means not denying. Deja Vu, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. 11 power points, 825 command points, and 785 command points for elves. I like the ability from Boromir, I really like that. The Last Stand. It's beautiful. I mean, finally, Rise of the Witch King team takes care of these unpopular heroes, you know what I mean? That's what I really like to see. The farm, that's gonna be a valuable farm, he will be losing it, but I'm expecting a very strong hero very soon from Man, because he had nearly 4k in the bank. So I'm curious if he went for Aragorn or for Gandalf. I think Gandalf is a better hero in this matchup. But he went for Aragorn. Okay, Aragorn is also not bad. His leadership too. His Attila's Blade Master can be quite decent. Theoden getting mounted. He's almost level 5, by the way. That's gonna become dangerous when he's level 6. The Glorious Charge can be very, very strong. Aragorn, for me personally, Aragorn doesn't seem to be fast enough, especially against Alban faction. And he's a melee hero, so the Alban player can dodge him whenever he wants to. You see? The pikemen, that's what I'm talking about. A couple of pikemen, the amount of damage they deal to Aragorn is kind of crazy. And also his auto-attack animation is so slow. You see the pikeman damage, dude? The Noldor's now smashing Aragorn. He's gonna heal him, Attila's, and still he couldn't even get level 2. There comes the Tom Bombadil for the pop-off. Use Sonic Song! Boom! Sonic Song, beautiful. Again, those units are very valuable. 825 command points, he has nearly 2000 in the bank. This game is far from being over. He has Gondor Knights with Theoden being level 5 around them to make them stronger first of all with leadership, and he's only 1 level away. The thing is, when you have Glorious Charge from Theoden, right, and you get to 15 power points, you summon the Rohirrim, your Glorious Charge will also work on the summoned Rohirrim, right? Which is pretty good. Then you can summon them around this area. You can use Glorious Charge on them with Rallying Call, and you can commit on the fortress. And you will be surprised about how fast you can actually take down the enemy fortress with that combination. I can play the winner? Okay, I will ask them. Avi. I got 30,500 channel points. Please up, here I come. Nice one, dude. You deserve it, though. 7 power points, and the Alvin player didn't go for the mist. He went for the Alvin Wood. I don't know about the Alvin Wood. Alvin Wood is good when you want to go for the ants, right? But in my opinion, most of the time, the Eagles are a better choice. Look, he doesn't demolish the buildings. It's a mistake in my opinion. You see this? He's very close for the glorious charge. We're gonna definitely see for the death and glory moment in this game. Aragon is back on the menu, level 2. And Boromir also needs to be back. I think Boromir is very important too. So you can debuff them, make them weaker. And then, oh, level 6, boys. I mean, to be honest, that's like the worst glorious charge I've ever seen in my life. Because it has like a really long cooldown, right? So you need to be now patient for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes before you can use it again. 8 times, welcome. Aragorn level 2 needs level 4 for the leadership. Some counter-attack attempts is happening. We're gonna have ends very, very soon. But no heroes. Like the thing is, if you go no heroes, the heroes, they will eventually get stronger and stronger and stronger. And you will struggle. That's a very important Malone tree. That's a very important Malone tree. Almost level 3. Blade Master, the blue Anduril sword, the Jedi Master Aragorn, Arathorn's son. Killing the well, very smart move. There comes the Hobbit summon from... Man, you want to fully commit on this fight. There's a statue behind though, you gotta be careful. He has leadership. You don't want to focus on Aragorn. Aragorn, especially with Blade Master, is too tanky. You don't want to waste time shooting at him. Kill the rangers first. Level 3. I see arrow volley coming! Boom! Oh, that's a long shot actually, not arrow volley. It still chunked the Noldors a lot, as you can see, right? Like 2 arrow volleys, almost one-shotted them. It's a big... Oh, he went for the giant eagle, but there are some ranges on the field. You want to take care of these ones first. Aragorn is being shot. Again, waste of time. You don't want to hurt the things you cannot kill. Kill the units first. I think the Elven player will be able to defend this area for now. The tower is being damaged, but it won't fall tonight. And we have end special summon now for Maru. That might be like a comeback situation. I believe when you summon the ends, you shouldn't bother trying to take down the fortress. It's kind of pointless, especially when you play against Men of the West, who has rebuilt in their spellbook. So what you should be trying to do instead is to kill this level 3 farms. He has now 2 of them. This one is about to hit level 3 as well. You need to hurt his eco. Maybe kill even the siege wargs, you know, that would be also nice. He has fire arrows on them. Yeah, it's pointless. Big fight, and Maru doesn't say a word. He's gonna leave the game, and that's it. That's it, that's the first game, boys. The main... Alright, so we have the blue goblin player Maru versus the red dwarven player ROTWK in the game number 2. 2 out of 2 games we get actually great matchups. The first one being a good against good matchup between elves and men, and the second one is being a good against evil between dwarves and goblins. And ROTWK is going for the same strategy, never change a running system. Remember in the previous game he also went for the offensive barracks, and that's gonna be his plan also for the game number 2. With the dwarven faction. That's an uncommon thing, that's something you don't see very often because it's not necessary. Dwarves they don't have to do that. You can literally build your barracks here and your mine here, and he's gonna do that anyway, so never mind, I'm blind. He's going for the mine and for the barracks here, because it makes way more sense, right? You don't have to build your barracks offensively with this faction, because you can teleport your units anyway from one location to the other location. Goblins. The one faction which struggled the most in the previous versions of the patch 2.02, and I believe the beta team is kinda trying hard. Meganstar, thanks for 7 months, my man. Thank you very much for the huge support to the channel for 7 months already. Thank you, thank you.
Meganster just resubscribed for 7 months. Ahoy. Hello, laughing face.
Hello, laughing face back. Thank you. Okay, so will he go for a push with like the first Guardian? That's the question. Or will he be patiently waiting for the pikeman? I mean, the problem is, in an all-out fight, the dwarves, they will smash the goblins. One Guardian is legit able to beat like 3 goblins himself, you know? But I still don't think it's a great idea to go for a push with like only one single Guardian. I don't think it's the call. But you see most of the time is actually dwarves starting with pikemen, creeping a warg layer or a troll layer, and then grouping the pikemen with the guardians and pushing them. But he's already setting up like a great mineshaft connection. In the middle one, in the bot lane one, And goblins are only able to scout
I
this
will
one.
represent the men of Gondor.
Meek, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Alright, now we have the second guardian into the pikeman.
You have my sword.
And Oromish, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, my friend. Okay. Rallying call is available, and goblins didn't pick anything yet. So remember, the rallying call got nerfed, which kinda is an indirect nerf to the dwarven all out, because that's what dwarves are looking for, right? They wanna go for the first push with like 2-3 guardians, and they wanna achieve a lot. But with the rallying call being nerfed, this might be less effective. Poison bleeds, he's surrounding, and cave bats to debuff them. Hold ground stands for more tankiness. He will be definitely able to take down this one, right? Yeah, I think so. This one is going to be taken down. But in the meantime, this mineshaft in the middle is going to be destroyed. There is a tunnel coming up for goblins. There is another one which Maru has to take care of. The pikemen are leading to the troll lair at the bottom left. The creep has been secured. He might go for the charge attack, you know. You cannot get away. That's the one thing dwarves are horrible at. You cannot disengage. You are just too slow to do that, you know. I mean, one mineshaft, it's okay. I mean, you are supposed to lose stuff against the first dwarven push. So it's not the end of the world for Maru. Now, if he can destroy this one as well, that's going to be pretty nice. But when you play this matchup, it's very important to move throughout all the side lanes too, you know. You don't want to focus through one side lane. Like, he was never moving to the bottom, which basically gives so much freedom to make Shadow effects. He can expand, he can creep uncontested, and all of that because Maru is not sending any of his units to the bottom side. The mineshaft is going down. This mineshaft will also be in trouble later on. So you can see the macro play from Shadow effects is kind of better in compared to Maru. He went for the archer range next. That's something that's like an opening we see most of the time nowadays. When you play dwarves against goblins, you go for the archer range for the extroverts because they are just valuable. They can creep, they can deal economical damage, they can slaughter goblins. The pikeman, contest this? Can you contest this? He's not paying attention. Extroverts now. But you also need our battle wagons. That's very important too, right? And what you can do in this matchup is you can invest 500 resources into your cave beds upgrade around the fortress to get a great amount of vision control. With the cave beds upgrade on the fortress, you can legit see half the map. So you can see all this. You could be easily able to see this one in this one, which kind of helps a lot, you know, in this matchup. Who's gonna get the money? Uh-oh. Shadow effect should be able to get the money, no problemo. Counter attack with one goblin shouldn't be able to achieve too much. There is another push coming. Like, he's like dancing around the rosy. You want to make sure to get the money, you know? The battle wagons could be also very decent. What is the plan in this matchup for Maru? Maybe Spider Riders are gonna be quite nice. Maybe Spider Links gonna be nice for some harassment. The creep secured by Shadow effects, almost level 3 pikemen. And the fourth works coming up now. Yeah. Mineshaft has been taken down. And you know, I believe when you play against Shadow effects, you need to kind of set on cavalry, because Shadow effects doesn't like to recruit too many pikemen. That's the one thing he doesn't like to do. And also the same goes to Mustafa. Mustafa is also one of the players who doesn't like to recruit pikemen, and you can punish those kind of players actually by getting a couple of cavalry units on the field. But again, it's very difficult to do that for the Goblin faction because you need to build the Spider Pit and get it first to level 2 before you can do that. Half-Troll Swordmen, quite strong, but are they strong enough? They are trying to get inside the genes. He's gonna capture this one, which I believe will give you the chance to recruit some Wildmen. In the first... no heroes on the field at all. I mean, we can take a look into the power points, right? So we have in total 3 power points after Rallying Call and Rebuild for the Dwarven player. Rebuild is not a bad call because what Rebuild does, it gives you the chance later on to get the Dwarven Riches from your spellbook once you have 10 power points in the bank, which is going to be quite nice to get a bit more of a money boost. Otherwise, you can go from the Rallying Call into the Hobbits, you know, that's also possible. And 525 command points for Dwarves and 525 command points for Goblins. He went for the Cave Beds in Tainted Land. skipping the rallying call and might now save for the rallying call or skip there and get into the 10 power point. But goblins are having, of course, more units on the field. Quality beats quantity most of the time, but quantity has a quality on its own. So we will see if it's gonna be the dwarven quality or the goblins quantity in this game. Oh, big push is happening though. This is a big push. He went for level 2. He will not recruit any cave trolls because there are some pikemen, 2 battalions actually. That's a lot of goblins, and all you gotta do is keep them away from the buildings. That's all you gotta do. Nice move. Surrounding them, getting into the backline. That's the move you are looking for. Make sure ROTWK is saying, no, you cannot touch my extrovers, but now the big surrounding effect. You know, of course, the dwarven player will be able to win this fight. But remember, as he's fighting against goblins, there will be more and more goblins coming out from these 3 goblin caves pretty much every single second. The cave pass is on cooldown, rallying call is on cooldown too. Heal is coming in clutch to save up those units and regenerate their HP. The half-troll swordsmen are just much stronger. There are 0 goblin archers on the field. In the meantime, some counter harassment is happening. This mineshaft is very important. You gotta try to save it. Your rebuild is on cooldown. The builder is gonna get in safety just barely. The builder here is gonna also get in safety barely. The fight actually goes on for a long time because the dwarven frontline is just too tanky. You cannot get through them quickly. But half trolls are strong. There comes the beautiful rock shot on your face, son, from the giant expansion. And dwarves are about to be command points capped. He was able to save this for now, but it's badly damaged and goblins might be able to finish it off later on. Again, in a one-on-one situation, it's out of question. There is no chance goblins can beat the dwarven guardians in a one-on-one, not even in a 2v1. Beautiful shot. Half trolls, they are tanky, taking care of this pikeman, but again, you need the spider pit. Yeah, you need that. And look at the money from the dwarves. I mean, he was able to save up a bit money. You can go for Gloin eventually. King Brand can be also nice because King Brand in this faction, in this matchup, can also scale into late game. Remember, the Beast Slayer arrow from King Brand can even chunk heroes like Shelob and even drag off the Dragon Lord. Went for the Corsairs. The mineshaft is gonna be taken down. The firebombs got like a change, so it has like now a cooldown when you use it, you know? Hey Tony, welcome. He has Brand already? I didn't. Yeah, he has Brand already. Just level 1. 10 power points in the bank. Will he go for the Vipeman? That's the question. Big push is incoming once again. Spider Pit level 1 still. The Spiderlings, they won't add too much to the table. They are kind of like an early game unit. They don't really do much. They cannot even win the 1v1 situation against Guardians. That's not possible. Who's King Brand? It's a dwarven hero. King Brand of the deal. Oh, nice chunking. And he went for the spiders. Okay. Spiders can actually take care of this no problemo. He has rebuild available, so it's gonna definitely buy you some time, but I don't think you can save it because the spiderlings are committing completely. He's gonna rebuild it, but it doesn't really matter. It will buy you some time, but it will definitely go down. You have no pikemen around. King Brand cannot one-shot them either. And that's the most important mineshaft. Almost level 3. That's gonna hurt your economy a lot. It will make you command points capped. Yeah, he's dropping down to 525 command points, but there comes the counterattack. Hobbits into the rallying call with the Guardians being pushing forward. We have now the Frodo and the Shire gang. Merry, Pippin, and Samwise Gamgee. The Spider Pit level 2. There are no pikemen around. If the Spider Rider, I mean, his command points capped too. But again, it's not a big deal to be command points capped for the Goblin faction, let's be real. Because you can just build the Burrow expansions for 200 resources only to get, you know, in total 75 extra command points. The map is not looking too bad for Dwarves still. He has still a great amount of map control. King Brand is chilling, doing nothing. Corsairs are fighting and losing against Guardians, of course. And, you know, map is not looking too bad. The Hobbits are doing nothing though. They are just chilling off screen. Could be doing a bit more with them. It doesn't really matter if you lose them because you don't feed power points with them. And also they are there only for a short duration anyway. It is coming in clutch, but there is no counterplay to the Spider either. It's beautiful trample. You can see they've improved the trample a little bit. There was the one thing which they were really bad at, you know, the Spider Riders. Their damage output was just too bad, and now they deal way more damage. You can feel it. Even though they are buffed, you know, these Hobbits, they are buffed, they get still one-shotted. Who's knocking them down on the ground like that? The Hobbits? Can they do this or what? Oh, we have also Azog on the field as the first Goblin hero. King Brand level 1. Still couldn't get the Slapshot unlocked. The map is looking amazing for main Shadow effects though. Look at the minimap control, boys. Like, he has units literally everywhere. 5 power points, 550 command points available. And they have 700 command points for dwarves, which is pretty good. And he's now going finally for the Forge Works and for the delete battle wagon action, which is, you know, obviously, I believe the pikemen here, they are not very good because they have like no revenge damage. They cannot be trampled down, which makes them kind of to the most useless pikemen in against cavalry situation, you know. I mean, they are strong when they get the chance to hit, but the cavalry can just go through them. Beautiful slap shot, beautiful. I mean, he has a mineshaft coming up, so he should be able to get just in time into it. Yeah. And this dude is being level 3, has no great battle rage yet, just yet. Pikemen are coming out. Yeah, he's getting chunked. I mean, you cannot outrun Azog. Azog is gonna always be able to catch up to you. He is on cooldown, so you don't want to risk the biscuit. The pikemen, again, very strong units against heroes, including Azog, who is a dismounted on foot hero, but the pikemen are still bullying him. Tankland being used for the second time. Fire bombs are coming in clutch, right in the opening of the mineshaft. The units are burning, running for their lives. Azog really close to be level 4. He has the pillage from his powers, so he gets money for killing enemy units. And the goblins are able to keep the dwarves in a check situation. The dwarves are kind of tunnel vision focused around this area. In the meantime, goblins were able to take care of the top side. The creep at the top right is still remaining on the field. This one being the last walk layer, one of the last walk layers, is being creeped. One more slap shot, beautiful slap shot. Where is Azog at? Azog is running for his life from the pikeman. He's almost level 4, like 1 or 2 more kills and he will be able to unlock the great battle rage. Bad trample into the pikeman. The one half-throw swordman, can he be the hero as he's the only one who's attacking the mineshaft, which will cut the reinforcement from the dwarven player. Yeah, it's going down. He went for the dwarven riches, which is going to be used on this one here, level 1. King Brand getting out from this mineshaft to save it, but he's badly damaged, so I don't know about that. Azog really close to level 4. I believe with the Azog being level 4 and great battle rage being available and the tunnel being around, the goblins, they should be able to win this battle. In those situations, it's very important to kill the tunnel or to kill the mineshaft, because then you can make sure that your opponent isn't able to bring reinforcements, you know? The Brand Palantir, I don't know. I don't know where the Brand's abilities are, you know? I don't know. The battle wagon, cruising, doing great amount of work. King Brand keeping the distance, level 5 already. We are not, I mean, I'm not even seeing the Beastly arrow image anymore. What the heck is that? Something is messed up. Azog is recovering. Spider Pit level 2, Fissure level 2 for whatever reason, but he's never recruiting anything else but half-throw swordman. Maybe for the production speed, because you get 10% production speed. Okay? And we have 17 power points for Maru. 875 command points and 17 power points. So it's not looking too bad. There comes the oil barrel on the ground. The battle wagon has to be careful though, because Azog can take it down in a few seconds, especially with the great battle rage. He's being chunked from pikemen. What is the plan in the power points department for Maru? That's the big question. Tunnel is going down. Corsairs are pretty good against pikemen if you don't know. King Brand, level 5, hunting those half-throw swordmen. The game is far from being over. 15 power point advantage is definitely on the side from the goblin player. And with that, you know, he will be definitely closer to the 25. Even though I believe when you see a game being extended like that, when you see a game is lasting and it's not even close to be over, then you can eventually invest 10 of your power points into Scavenger. And you can make so much bank out of that, you know what I mean? Can be quite helpful. Okay. So... oh, the worm is gonna be... oh, the layout for the worm is gonna be amazing! Oh, this layout, the worm... oh, but he's gonna use it, I mean, smart. You wanna kill this one first, he should be able to two-shot that. It's only level 1-shot it, I'm sorry, I take it back. Now position him right here on the spot. Right here on the spot. Yeah, just position him, because when you position him here and you attack the mineshaft, you can attack this, this, and this, and this at the same time. You can attack 4 buildings at the same time. The positioning is kind of questionable. You want to just go for the mineshaft, but I think you could have done so much more than that. Beautiful, burning down the units, making sure that he deals some more damage before he's gonna be taken down. The men of Deal are actually slaughtering him. But he killed the mineshaft with the Dwarven Riches, which is very, very, very good for him. Try to kill the archer range if you can. Oh, smart move. Oh, never mind. The builder actually didn't receive any damage. Kill the archer range. You need 3 attacks to kill it. It's level 2, right? Where did the worm go? Yeah? I don't know, man. Okay, there comes the slap shot. But the mineshaft has been taken down. Now the goblins are taking over the map, you know, kinda. 13 power points in the bank after the hobbits in Dwarven Riches for dwarves. And 775 command points against 900 command points. And look at this, you know, situation. Maru has 13 power points in the bank. And he already summoned the 15. It means he's only 12 and less than that actually away from his 25. And that's the strength of the Goblin faction. The power points are just too powerful. Once you get to this point in which you can summon your 25, your Balrog or your, you know, the Summon Dragon, you have a huge advantage over the other factions. The summons are just the best, you know? The Goblin summons. But you need 10 more power points for that. He might summon the spiders once again, by the way, because he just recently used the Dwarven Riches for the second time. And you can see ROTWK is just trying to extend his command points. He's building multiple mineshafts next to each other. These mineshafts are not making bank for you. They don't give you money and value that much. They are mainly being constructed to get more command points. And he will be able to find this mineshaft with the industry on it. And now it will go down. Oh, this gonna hurt. Never smart move. He went for them Cloudbreak to stun them, which will buy you some time. He's gonna use the hobbits defensively to save this. The Spider Riders, they cannot move because of the stun. And in the meantime, he's trying to deal some counter damage in return. He went for 3 Burrow expansions around the fortress to extend his command points. The stun duration is gonna fall off very, very soon. And the Goblin player might... He went for the Scavenger, yeah. He went for the Scavenger. Smart, in my opinion. Of course, it's gonna delay your 25 a little bit, but I think it's good because you will get so much value from it. The longer the game goes on, the more valuable it is, you know? The spiders will be summoned to deal economical damage. That's almost a level 3 mineshaft. And again, this hurts a lot. He's gonna drop down to 700 command points only now. Look how command points capped he is. He needs now so many mineshafts before he can build or recruit any more units anytime soon. Power points are rising. The hobbits, they're gonna be gone very, very soon. Another mineshaft is going down. But the one mineshaft you need to try to kill is this one. Rebuild is available. King Brand, level almost 6. Again, level 7 unlocks the Beast Slayer arrow, which can also chunk even the dragon, you know. They are burning on the ground, they are not making a move. Where is Ezok? Did he lose Ezok actually? I'm not sure. 3 battle wagons to rule them all. Double of them have the well for the insane regeneration speed. One of them got taken down with the banner, so leadership is gone. The builder from Maru is not paying attention. Yabba-dabba-do out? No. Oh, shoot it one time. Okay, he's gonna get safety somehow. I mean, the map is looking good again with wars. I don't know what this game is all about, you know? Like, maybe a hero like Gorkill the Goblin King could be a nice choice, you know what I mean? The Man of Steel, he went for another 15. And for me personally, the Man of Steel is so much better than the Ranger summon from the Man of the West faction. So much better. And they have fire arrows, you know, that's very, very good. He went actually for Gorkill the Goblin King. And the Gorkill the Goblin King just killed the King Brand. Yes, now the Totem, which actually is so good in this matchup. Because remember, your opponent went for the Cloudbreak. It means your Totem will grant you fear resistant, shutting down the fear effect of the Cloudbreak completely. The Battle Wagon has been taken down. Beautiful trample. Incoming, but from only a few Spider Riders. Yes, still the well and the Watcher on your face, son! PowerPoint to counter another PowerPoint. Again, it's gonna slow down your 25, but I think it was needed to just simply win the fight with one single button. That's beautiful. I mean, he didn't kill King Brand, it was a regular Man of Steel, I believe. Because King Brand is still alive. But I think Ezok died. I don't see Ezok on the field anymore. So what is the plan here? Maybe upgrades could be nice, you know, on this half-troll Swordman to make them a bit more tanky. No heroes beside King Brand for dwarves. He went, never mind. He has King Dean on the field too. Now we have 2 kings for dwarves. If you cannot win the game with one king, maybe you can do it with two kings. On which platform do you play multiplayer? We are normally using the Game Ranger application, but in this case we are using the Redmine VPN, which is a little bit less laggy in compared to Game Ranger. Okay. Oh, be careful. Azok is here, wrecking the army. Also, Gorkill the Goblin King, level 3 gives you the chance to be mounted on your Scorpion. The Gorkill the Goblin King, transforming into Gorkill the Scorpion King. Moonwalking. Okay. This is important, you need to destroy this. I mean, this game is actually kind of crazy, because we will eventually see 25 power points from both the people at the same time. Imagine you summon a dragon here on the spot. You will be able to kill this 2 Hall of the Kingsmen, Hall of Warriors, I mean, the Forge Works, the Archer Range, the Mineshaft, everything with one single dragon. And also imagine an Earthquake right on this spot. Remember this. Look, everything is connected to each other. That means one Earthquake can damage the fortress, take care of these 3 Goblin Caves, the Spider Pit, the Fissure, and this level 3 tunnel at the same time. 25 is going to be the game-changing and game-winning moment. Whoever is going to be the one who is going to get it first is going to have like a huge advantage. 8 power points in the bank, 1000 command points. I mean, he has like support from this Barrow expansion, that's why. 2 heroes to rule them all, level 7 and level 3. This hero has like a crazy scaling too, by the way, with the leadership and also the call from the deep. You can summon fire drakes, but you need to be level 10 first, which is, let's be real, not easy to accomplish. 8 power points, and on the other side we have 10 power points. So statistically, I mean realistically speaking, at this point of the game, ROTWK is a bit closer to the 25. A little bit. Nothing the Goblin player cannot turn around. Level 3 has the fear resistance, which is kind of useless in this matchup because Goblins have no fear. Okay, so Rebuild is available, Rallying Call is almost available, Heal is available, Hobbits are almost available, Cloudbreak is available for the second time too. Very, very soon. But again, the Goblin player can outplay that with the Skull Totem. 14 power points, the power points are rising. I mean, you need to defend this, you cannot let them push, and I think you need to make sure to demolish your buildings in time. Big push. Oh, that's gonna be a... I don't know about this commitment. I don't... Maybe with ease... maybe with Azok you can do that. Great Battle Rage is available, yeah. But he has rebuilds, so I don't know about that. You know, that's a huge Goblin army, by the way, but Global Stun is gonna be available very, very soon. Very, very soon. This one wall-up is actually kind of screwing him so much, dude. Great Battle Rage, he's chunking the fortress. The Extroverts and Men of Steel are coming from the other side. It's a bit of an overcommitment in my opinion. It's not gonna work out. Let's be real, it's not going to work out for you. He went even for the armor upgrade on the fortress. It makes it too tanky. And you are against dwarves who has rebuild in your spell book. So he can do that, you know that, right? I mean, he's beating you literally. There comes the Cloudbreak. Where is the Skull Totem when we need it? You need the Skull Totem. Where is Gorkill? I mean, Gorkill is just chilling without using it. And the barrage is coming in clutch. Ooh, I missed the barrage on your face, son. And Maru, I believe, rage quitted, right? Did he rage quit? Yeah. You know what? You know why this is the case, ROTWK? Because the Turkish people, they have such a big villy, as most of them are subscribed to the channel. Because if you don't know, guys, subscribing to Beyond Standards channel makes your schlong extremely long, and as of most of the Turkish people, they do that, and for that reason, they gotta cut some of it because it's unfair against the men of other races. You know what I mean? So that's the reason. Now you know. 2 Malone trees coming up for the Elven player, and 2 tunnels coming up for the Goblin player. 2 tunnels into the 3rd tunnel, and 2 Malone trees coming up for elves into the barracks. I'm doing good, thank you so much, Carol. Appreciate it. How are you, my friend? Okay. I mean, the last game, it was kinda not even, I would say. I mean, at the end of the day, Goblins were kinda losing all the fights, and you have seen what Lindens can do to Spider Riders, and maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe when you see Lindens, what you need to do is kind of counter. It's like a, you know, rock paper scissors kind of thing, right? You know what I mean? So basically there is a unit which causes trouble. You need to recruit a hero or a unit that counters that kind of style. And I believe in this case it would be Shelob. Shelob could be actually a great counter to this Lindens. Good evening, Nicky Bear. Good evening. Okay, into the half-troll pikeman. So you want to creep this goblin troller at the beginning, and the elven player recruiting some pikemen to creep this one. So basically, MageRFX is starting the game the same way like he did previously, but unfortunately we couldn't get the game done as, you know, Maru lost connection. And Maru is making a different start. Remember in the previous game he was starting with the spider pit and recruiting spiderlings, and for me personally they were achieving a lot of stuff. They were able to deal a lot of economical damage, but again, the spiderlings are units, they fall off against every single unit. Lindens can bully them, archers can bully them, pikemen can bully them, even Lorian warriors can do that. So, creeping, 101, no problemo, lure with the builder, finish with the pikes. And I like the way he's moving now, building offensive tunnels is very important, you need to see the map. Vision is very important. Goblin Keep is coming up now as the second production building. The creep, of course, no problemo for the half-troll pikemen. They are very, very tanky, super strong. And MageRFX is also moving to the trolley at the bottom left side this time. Enemies! Okay. Easy creeping. MageRFX is a bit faster in compared to his opponent, because the pikes, they didn't even bother creeping this one so far. So now MageRFX has no clue about what is coming, right? And maybe he's expecting spiderlings, maybe he's expecting some goblins, but in this case he will be wrong by expecting that, because it will not be goblins or spiderlings which are coming. It will be half-troll sword and half-troll pikemen. They are way more tanky. They are also dealing more damage. They can tank the arrows of the Glorian arrow archers also for a longer duration. But the plan is to have like a surprise effect, you know? You wanna build a tunnel and just go ham. I'm from Germany. I'm living in Germany, but I was born and raised in Turkey. I'm a Turkish guy living in Germany. Germany. Germany is like, right now a lot of problems actually, you know, because of the gas and stuff. You know, we are very, very scared about what is to come in 2023. Because if you don't know, the winter in Germany is kind of rough, especially in the part of which we are living. We are living in the south, and we have like crazy long winter. The winter started by, you know, started around middle of September. It's really, really cold outside. It's like 4 grades Celsius, you know, and it's gonna become even colder than that in October, November, December, January, February, March. Like we have like 6 months winter in this country, which means you need some sort of gas to heat your house to make it comfortable, especially when you have 2 kids. And I'm very, very scared what is to come, because everything got so much more expensive, you know. Like, it's kind of scary, dude. When you, earlier, like a couple of months ago, you could buy an oil for like 29 cents here, and now you need to pay like €3 for it. What is this? You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. And for that reason, I'm not heating the room I'm in. My PC is at my basement because we have no place in the apartment for my PC, and I have also like more, you know, like privacy in this room. But this room is very, very cold. You know, no window. It's in the basement. It's under the house, under the earth. It's like a tunnel, goblin tunnel, you know, and it's very, very cold. So I'm scared to heat it up all the way. You know, it's very expensive. Hey, Mr. Balin, welcome. Try living in Turkey. Yeah, Turkey is. I'm not saying Turkey is better, please. But the entire world is kind of in a bad spot right now, to be honest with you. Glorfin did rush, so he was rushing it actually quite fast, which is not bad because he can counter almost everything too. He can crush the half-troll swordmen, no problemo. He can crush the spiderlings, spider riders, even I mean everything besides half-troll pikemen. And that's one of the reasons why this matchup, in my opinion, is a bad matchup still. Like, you kind of struggle early game, and I cannot even imagine how it's gonna be in the late game. We have seen what happens if the Elven player recruits some Lindens. It's very hard to play against that. And then we have also Mirkwoods to fight against, you know, Nolders to fight against. everything you can recruit kind of gets encountered by that, including your Dragon Lord. You cannot approach the Elven army. The matchup seems to feel, I mean, it feels, at least for me personally, it feels very, very difficult. Come, Latino America, it's Fiesta all day. Are you watching the Rings of Power? Yeah. I watched also yesterday, Saturday, yeah. I was watching it yesterday in the night, the last episode. One guy said every place on the earth is so bad to live. Just some can be a little less and bad. Of course. I mean, exactly. I agree with that one. Some countries are really in a bad spot. I was in Turkey, for example. It's my country. I was born and raised there, and I mean, let's be real. If Turkey would be a great place to live, I wouldn't choose to live in Germany. Why? You know, why would you live in a different country when your own country is a great place? But I can't believe it. It's like about the mentality too from the people, you know. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. Malon tree has been taken down. It's one of the most important Malon trees. Glorfindel is popping off, killing everything. Level 3 already, just like that. Like, economy is kind of messed up, you know. Like, guys, I'm telling you, when I first came to Germany in 2002, there was like a middle ground. You understand? Like a middle ground. There are always some people who are rich. There are people who are poor. But the difference between them was not that huge, you understand? Like, even a regular man could buy himself an apartment, you understand, right? You work for like 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, you get like 2,200 euro payment. You could, when you kind of spare a bit of a money, you could eventually buy your own apartment, pay it the way you pay rent, for example. For 150, 180,000 euro, you could buy that. Now, an apartment with 2 rooms costs you 350,000 euro. It's impossible for a regular man to buy that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So again, the distance between rich and poor people is getting larger and larger and larger. While the rich people, they can get richer and richer and richer, the poor people, they get desperate every time because they cannot afford anything, which is very, very bad in my opinion. What is the purpose of working, you understand? I'm not working just to fill my stomach with food, you know what I mean? You want to achieve something in your life, which is getting quite difficult nowadays. A lot of money for elves, not that much money for goblins. I mean, he has like 3,000 in the bank. He will eventually be able to recruit something like a Legolas very, very soon. I wouldn't say that Thranduil is a good choice against goblins, because Thranduil is a hero, kill a hero, but there are no heroes to be killed, so you don't have to go for Thranduil. Legolas could be a much better choice, or even Elrond. Can be very nice. Yeah, exactly. They are getting tinier and more expensive. And that's, you know, that's like a manipulation kind of thing. When they are not increasing the prices of the food, of the meal, they are making it tinier, you know? Like, I don't know, like, just like a stupid example, like you want to buy chocolate. Earlier you had to pay like 150 for a chocolate, and now you still pay 150, but you get half of the chocolate. You know what I mean? So they are saying it's not more expensive. Of course it is. It's like double the price. Okay, Azog is on the field. He's level 1 only. Glorfindel can definitely take him down with the Blade of Purity, no problemo, as long as he's only level 1. Level 4 he can fight back, but until then, it's not possible. I don't know, man, what's gonna happen with these economical things in the world, you know? That's kinda crazy. Gelvilol, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Really means a lot. I hope everything is gonna be good, you know? Defend this, maybe you have like lots of units inside, you can defend this, no problem. Lots of lancers, the builder is gonna be found, and he has no way of Yabba Dabba Do out. GG, well played, builder. Uh-oh, nice. Okay, he's forced to disengage. What you can do is you can dismount your Glorfindel and fight them anyway, right? That's also possible. Austria is better than Germany. Yeah, I think there are multiple European countries which are better than Germany at this point. And for me, if you ask my opinion, I think it would be the best choice for Germany would be to exit the European Union. You know what I mean? Just exit that and be alone, a standalone country. Like Switzerland is, for example. Switzerland is not in European Union. They have like their own currency. But Germany is like in the Union. They have like the Euro thing. I think Germany has to be a standalone country. There is zero reason for Germany to be in this union, in my opinion. It just hurts them. Are you into Warhammer? Nope, I've never played it. You know, I cannot tell if I'm into it or not. I've never played it. Lots of archers, one pikeman only. There is a statue coming up. No towers this time from the goblin player. He has like 4 goblin caves, 3 goblin caves in double fissure. One of them is level 2, one of them is level 1. But he's getting outclassed everywhere. That's the problem. Azog is a fast hero normally, but he cannot keep up with the speed of a mounted hero like Glorfindel. And the hit and run potential is kind of crazy. I think what you need to do is hide one of the pikemen, but you see, even when you're hiding them, the second they come out... Oh! Okay, never mind. Oh, he got chunked, but he was able to get in safety. Guys, buy some gold. It is going to rocket. Dude, we are talking about not being able to buy food, and this guy's like, guys, buy some gold. It's gonna rocket into the sky. And nice. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. Rich people are gonna become richer because they can afford to buy 5 kilogram gold and just store it because they don't need the money. In the barrels. Yeah, but all your advice is the recommendation you guys have is when you already have money. You know what I mean? You are talking about the case, you have money, but you want to make more money. That's the thing you are talking about. But reality is different. Like, think about my situation, for example. I have 2 kids, a wife, and myself. We have 4 people in the house. The amount of food and stuff you need to buy, especially for 2 growing children. What my daughter wears today, she can only wear for like 2 weeks maximum. She's gonna grow out of it. So she needs new clothes every 2-3 weeks maximum. You know what I mean? So you have like a lot of fixed costs you need to kind of pay. Your rent, your internet connection, your this, your that, your this. And then you have like this variable cost too. Your food, the clothes for your children and stuff like that. And what you can keep after you have done and paid everything. This money you can invest. But that's not enough to buy gold or something, you know what I mean? Oh, Legolas is on the field. 985 command points. He has 10 power points already after the cloud break. So now 15 away from the flood, which is going to be the game winning point because the flood here will wash all of these structures represent the men of Gondor in a single second. Shanks making 5k, 50k I'm making month. What do you think? I make 100,000 euro every month. I'm secretly one of the millionaires. To be honest, in Germany it's very tough to make money, you know what I mean? Because the more money you want to make, the more the government wants from you, you know? In Turkey it's not like that, brother. Dude, I've been talking in Turkey to a guy who is kind of doing tomatoes, you understand? Like, what is this called? Like, he's a peasant who's, you know, he's like land, he's putting tomatoes, you know, and then he's selling them in summer. dude, he made like farmer. He's a farmer, yeah, not peasant. Farmer. He's a farmer, you know. He's making tomatoes. He had like 35,000 kilos tomatoes, and he made like 1.6 million Turkish liras, which is like around about 100,000 euro. And do you think he ever paid taxes? He never did it, you know. In Germany, I'm telling you, if you would make that much money, your 100,000, Germany is gonna take 50 away from you, 100%. There is no chance you can do stuff like that to German people, Germany. That's the reason why this country is so economically strong. Maru is gonna leave the game, and that's indeed a GG situation.